Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making the hummer some food. So we're going to take at least 4 cups of water and 1 cup of granulated sugar. That's really all there is to it. It's really simple. There's no need to buy hummingbird like syrups in the stores. They also add dye to make it red. For those syrups that you find in like all of the regular like grocery stores that sell hummingbird food, you can just make it at home. It's really simple. This will save you a lot of money. So, and the hummingbirds will be happy. To my pot, I already have added 1 cup or 2 cups of water. I'm gonna add the other 2 cups, and we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. The first time I saw how easy it was to make this, I was like, wow, what have I been doing with my life? We won't let this come to a boil, just like simmer and let the sugar dissolve. I will let it cool and then we'll place it into the hummingbird feeder, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Did you like your food, Papa? Have this lovely hummingbird feeder. It's so pretty. It's kind of like a rose gold color, and we are going to try not to spill this everywhere. So in the garden today, we are going to plant a couple of my favorite flowers. I'm going to be planting zinnias, and the 2 varieties that I have are from Johnny Seed, and I have Queenie Lime with Blush and Ballerina.
coming in, and I personally love zucchini. One of my favorite dishes growing up, which is super simple but very delicious, was calabacita con queso. If you know, you know. And it also just reminds me of childhood, so that happens to be one of my favorites. We're also growing lots of basil. I not only use basil a lot in the kitchen, but it's also a great companion plant. Most pests don't like the smell or scent of basil, so it's great to pair with your tomatoes. Also, just intermingle that type of herb throughout your bed. I have lots of herbs, like we love to make tea. I love to experiment with certain homeopathic like remedies. So we have lots of oregano, thyme, rosemary, mint. I have a regular like spearmint, and then we also have a chocolate mint. If you haven't tried that one, it's delicious. Let's see, we also have a ton of self-seeders this year. I let things go. I'm growing corn for the first time, which is super exciting, and tomatillos, those are the two new additions. We grow a lot of chile. We have serrano, chile de árbol, jalapenos, no bell peppers. I've tried bell peppers before and it wasn't too successful, so I wanted to focus on things that I grow well, and a couple of things that I know we'd really love to have and try it out, which being the corn and the tomatillos. We have, from the self-seeders, we have some self-seeded tomatoes. I did a tomato arch last year, and I decided to do it again this year because it was so nice. It definitely allowed me to like vine the tomato vines up and around and trim out any of the excess growth, which was nice. And I didn't have to deal with any like Florida weaves. There's lots of different ways you can grow your tomatoes, especially your indeterminate tomatoes, and this has seemed to work out pretty well. I'd love to have a lot more raised beds, hopefully in the future, and just continue adding. I'd love to grow some things that I've never grown before, like eggplant. I'd like to plant a lot more flowers, but this year I kind of had to pick and choose. I still grow flowers. I will never give that up. But I am focusing on food and then just adding flower accents. But it has limited me a bit on the type of flowers I can grow. Like I'm only growing 2 zinnias last year. I grew like I added zinnias to the entire bed. And I plant very closely, but one is the zinnia varieties that I grow are taller, so you have to stake them. And it also can shade out a lot of the veggies that I'm growing and the ones that need sun. It didn't work out. I'm more susceptible to disease, and I want to keep my plants as healthy as I can without, using any type of pest management. This is a full organic garden, so I have on occasion used some. I like to use that integrated pest management method, so very limited if I do use anything to manage pests, and it will always be organic. But in the veggie garden, I really like to refrain from using anything if I can, which I have. So, it's worked out. Maybe a lot of the herbs and companion plants have something to do with it. This year I was thinking of trying something new. I saw another content creator share that they picked tomato leaves, and apparently a lot of pests don't like the scent of tomatoes. It has some sort of chemical in it. You let it sit in water, and then you spray that once it's all infused, you spray that all over your plants, and it also can help deter aphids. So I was thinking of trying it out. I don't really deal with aphids this time of the year, but you never know. So yeah, we'll give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. I think we're gonna wrap up today's video, but it's been a joy, and I hope you have a fabulous time in your garden. Bye.